All right, it is Sunday, July 13th. It's a beautiful day in Monterey Bay. We had some motorcycle races at Laguna Seca this week, so we got thousands, literally thousands of motorcyclists in town. But today I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to hook up and do a system check on my electrical system. So right now we're just going to put up a mock-up of the 12-volt system there, and I'm going to run all the wires and harness them for the 120-volt system here. So let's get started. So the first thing we got to do is clean up this messy wiring system. The Ecoflow system is going to be not hardwired. It's got the standard plugs, so it's used for portability, but I'm going to install it into my Sprinter van, and I don't have enough power for this thing right now to run all these things at once. I actually bought a second battery, and I'm going to buy a second unit once they go on sale. I bought this one at Amazon Prime, pretty good discount. So right now how I'm going to distribute power is through this pile PD BC70, and it's pretty much designed for, I think, audio systems or rack mounted for servers. But I'd really like to know if there's something better out there. I'll investigate, but right now that's how I'm going to control not having this thing trip out. Again, because it's not going to be a hardwired system, I'm going to run some 12 gauge UL listed extension cords to the power sources that I need, and most of the power is going to be right here in the galley area. The only thing that's going to be on the other side of the van is the refrigerator and the microwave. So let's go ahead and clean this up, and really the ultimate test today is I just want to run the stove top for the first time and see if I can boil water in my steamer and heat up the fry pan. Okay, because the cooktop is 1800 watts, that's going to be plugged directly into the power supply, but everything else is going to be run off for this pile PDBC70 AC power distributor. It actually filters the AC current, and it acts as a power surge. So right now I've got everything plugged in, and now I'm just going to clean this up and show you what it's going to look like for the test. Okay, I've got the 7 AC plugs harnessed. Obviously, when I install them in the van, I'll be doing something different. And the cooktop up here likely may generate some heat down here. I see some fans, so we'll probably put another layer to separate this from there. This is a phenolic laminate that's flame retardant, and I'm going to line the entire battery and power system here with that phenolic laminate. And then the two plugs that actually go into the system are for the AC distribution system and directly for the stove. So now I'm going to hook everything up and run a little test. I think the first test will be to see if I can cook boil some water and maybe a fry pan here. All right, the power source is plugged into AC right now. It's at 79%. When it gets to 80, we're going to hook everything up and just run a couple of preliminary tests. Again, here's the second battery system I picked up. I'm not going to buy a second power unit until they go on sale. So really don't need it, but I'm just planning for the future. I'm thinking I will not have enough power with this single unit to power everything at once. I know that for a fact, but we're going to run some tests. Here's my AC to DC converter. The terminal block I ordered didn't come in, so we're going to hook that up tomorrow. And then here's a few of the DC powered implements that we're going to test. Just some RV lighting and some standard 12 volt fans. And again, this whole unit is should be able to power AC two places in the building, the microwave, the refrigerator, the heater, the pump for the water, and the water heater. But all right, I got everything set up for a little test. I'm going to just boil some water on the two burners here on the induction range. But first I'm going to take a little break. It's still beautiful here. The clouds haven't come in from the coast. And I'm just going to sit down and just kind of go over what we did accomplish today. Yeah, so my plan this week was to do like a complete system test of the electrical system and then get a jump start on the plumbing system and really pump some water into the water tanks. But that didn't happen. I didn't have a 3-day weekend. Work sort of took over on Friday, which is okay. But we've made some progress. I'm going to actually do a simple test where I just boil the water and see if the power system can handle 1800 watts at full steam. Let's go. All right, to run this first casual test, I unplugged the unit from AC. It's at 79%. I charged to 80%. And my initial test is going to be very simple. Can I boil water without tripping the unit? So here we go. I'm going to put the power on here. There we go. Power on here. Everything's running. I bought these stainless steel pots strictly for this van. They've never been used before. The Cuisinart double induction cooktop has never been used before. It's working. I think we need to put the heat up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, the big burner's up at 8. The 5 burner, the little burner only goes up to 5. All right, so what time is it? Check the time. 6:52, July 13th, Sunday. I'm going to set this up on a tripod. Here's a quick note. The power draw right now is the output is 1714 watts. So it's sucking a little under 1800 watts. And everything's looking good. And I think I still have a lot of these systems running, like the refrigerator. Good. Yes, I confirm the refrigerator is running. And oh, there's some provisions in there as well. So thankfully this is an informal test because I forgot to time when we started this, but now we're at 68 power and I'm running. Oh, we just tripped out the system. Bad news. So in the aircraft industry, this is why we do systems test. I was hoping I could cook at full steam 2 pots of boiling water, and the Delta 3 Plus kicked out at 68%. I shut everything off, and I can't start the induction stove cooktop again. All right, that's a problem. Okay, so the Delta 3 Plus failed its first test. I was running my 1800 watt Cuisinart induction cooktop, trying to boil water at high steam on both, and it kicked out after about maybe 6-7 minutes, but the water got hot. So maybe this is the wrong electrical system for this van. But maybe I need a smaller cooktop. We shall see. Yeah. So this is kind of a disappointment, but I actually had this experience when I first tested it with a heater, and it tripped out, and that's when I decided to buy a second battery. So maybe I bought an underpowered electrical system for what I wanted to do. Or maybe I just need to scale down my ability to cook on 2 burners. Maybe that's why they're selling vans for $230,000 that just have 1 burner. It's not even installed. You have to pull it out and plug it in. So who knows? All right. I think it's time to head home. It's 7:06, July 13th, Sunday. I've got to return to Joby tomorrow. I've got a lot of stuff on the plate, and boy, I really need my 3-day weekends back. Good night, all. All right, second reset. Okay, I learned a little bit. Okay, so we're at 66% power right now. And what happened is when the system kicked out, when you turn it back on, the AC on has to be reset. So, and what's interesting is that I've learned now that this fan up here actually pulls air into the induction burner. So that's a good thing. And then let's take a look at what the burners are doing. And I'm seeing little tiny bubbles there forming, ready to start boiling. And this time I have this set at 8. I'm seeing some steam, and the other burner is set at 4. I think the maximum is 5. So let's see if this doesn't trip out. If it doesn't, again, I think this is unusual because typically I would just steam vegetables here because that is a steamer, and then I would be doing something with some sort of protein or stir fry there, not in a big heavy duty frying pan, not in a big heavy duty pan, but a lightweight pan like this. Vin Chef, and this is one of the pans that I actually bought for the sprinter van. Deja vu. Okay, I'm at 8 with the maximum burner. I put some covers on so we can get this thing to a boil. And 4, one step below the last time it tripped out, and everything's looking good. And power is at 60% with the backup battery. And we do have boil on the big burner. Coming in at 8. And we're not quite there on the other one. Let's see. All right, I'm afraid to kick this up a notch. Let's see what we can do without tripping it out. I'm gonna go up to 5. So I gotta do this because this is how I'm gonna cook once I'm on the road here. I am not gonna be eating out in restaurants, but power's at 58. And again, I have an alternator if I needed to power up there and didn't have to plug in. I just drive. So we're again at 8, which is the maximum setting on the big burner, and 5, which is the maximum setting on the small burner, which tripped out the system last time, but we're still doing good. We have pretty much a full boil there. Maybe I should turn that down now. Power down the system. And then you may have to learn how to cook, you know? All right, I'm gonna sum up the night with success. I've got 2 pots of water boiling right now, and I'm at 52%, and I could probably do this for another I suspect 10 minutes before I lose power. So much likely sufficient power to cook a meal here. What happened was the first time around is we tripped the circuit, and I don't know if that's the right term. The power system shut down. I reset it and started to do it again at a lower level on the right side of the burner. So yeah, this is probably doable if you have to cook. If you're out in the open, probably maybe the ideal is to do it on a campfire. And I've got some cast iron pots to do that. So I'm happy. Next week, the 12-volt system. All right. Good night. Sunday, July 13th, 7:20. Signing